Test 2. In this section of the test, you will have the chance to show how well you understand spoken English. There are 4 parts to this section, with special directions for each part. Part 1. Directions. For each question, you will see a picture and you will hear 4 short statements. The statements will be spoken just one time. They will not be printed in your test book, so you must listen carefully to understand what the speaker says. When you hear the 4 statements, look at the picture and choose the statement that best describes what you see in the picture. Choose the best answer, A, B, C, or D. Now listen to the 4 statements. You will hear
A. He is on the phone. B. She is driving the car. C. She is typing on the computer. D. He is sitting next to her.
Statement D best describes what you see in the picture. Therefore, you should choose answer D. 1. A. They are applauding the speaker. B. The speaker is gesturing with her hands. C. The speaker is behind the podium. D. They are looking away from the speaker.
Two. A. The plane is taking off. B. They are seated in an airplane. C. The passengers are disembarking. D. They are boarding from outside.
3. A. Both men are wearing ties. B. The woman speaking is wearing glasses. C. All the women are crossing their legs. D. 2 people are speaking at once.
4. A. Papers are scattered on the table. B. They are seated across from each other. C. They are all looking at the same document. D. Notebooks are in a pile on the table.
5. A. He is saluting a flag. B. He has something strapped on his shoulder. C. She is not pleased with him. D. She's avoiding eye contact.
6.
A. One man is wearing jeans. B. The woman is holding her bag. C. The man wearing a vest has a beard. D. The woman doesn't have a name tag.
7. A. She has glasses. B. They are working at a computer. C. He is not seated. D. There is a stool between them.
8.
A. A man is helping the woman in front. B. The man in front is working with the woman. C. The man in front is not typing at the moment. D. There are 2 men seated in the front row.
9. A. They are ordering food. B. She is glancing at his menu. C. She is standing next to him. D. She's eating a chip.
10.
A. The man in shorts is kneeling on the ground. B. The standing man is holding a tool. C. The man with the tool is wearing a belt. D. The smiling man is wearing a shirt.
Test 2. Part 2. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear a question or statement spoken in English, followed by 3 responses, also spoken in English. The question or statement
and the responses will be spoken just one time. They will not be printed in your test book, so you must listen carefully. You are to choose the best response to each question or statement. Now listen to a sample question. You will hear,
Why are you late?
A. I hope I won't be. B. My car broke down. C. He always is. The best response is choice B. My car broke down. Therefore, you should choose B.
What time does your plane leave?
A. It wasn't on time. B. I hope it does. C. An hour after yours.
12.
What kind of movies do you like to watch?
A. I hire them from the video store. B. I prefer thrillers. C. I went to the movies last week.
13.
How well can Anne play tennis?
A. She plays 3 times a week. B. At the local tennis club. C. She's really good.
14.
How did you spot the mistake?
A. It won't happen again, I promise. B. It wasn't an important one. C. By going through everything really carefully.
15.
How old is your son?
A. He's 6, but he looks older. B. He's really quite tall. C. He takes after his father.
16.
How about going out for lunch on Sunday?
A. Chicken and salad. B. It was very tasty, thanks. C. Sorry, I'm already doing something on Sunday.
17.
What does John do for a living?
A. He lives in Chicago. B. He's an engineer. C. He has a big townhouse.
18.
Did anyone call while I was out?
A. I didn't call you. B. Not even one person. C. I'll call you in a minute.
19.
Does anyone know whose keys these are?
A. They look like Mike's. B. The lock is broken. C. I'll get some new keys cut.
20.
I've written a song. Would you like to hear it?
A. At a concert? B. Why not? C. He's a good singer.
21.
Would you mind if I left an hour early?
A. If you really need to. B. I'm always early. C. It will take an hour to get there.
22.
Should I put the fruit in paper or plastic bags?
A. Paper, please. B. Bags are better than boxes. C. Yes, you should.
23.
Why is Peter late?
A. He wasn't late. B. Probably because of the bus strike. C. Almost 2 hours now.
24.
Shall I turn on the air conditioning?
A. No, it shouldn't be. B. Yes, it is. C. Good idea.
$25.
Will that be to eat in or take away?
A. Please take it away immediately. B. What do you think? C. We'll eat it here.
$26.
Do you know when the gallery opens?
A. Of course it is. B. At 9 o'clock. C. It's in the next street.
$27.
What's the matter with Sherry?
A. I didn't say I was angry with her. B. Her boyfriend left her. C. She's over there.
28.
Can you tell me where to catch the bus?
A. At 2:30. B. To the train station. C. Just outside the museum.
$29.
How did you get to school today?
A. I'm doing fine, thanks. B. By bike. C. I have to study a lot.
30.
How long has he worked for that company?
A. Only since last May. B. He'll be finished in 1 hour. C. In the accounts department.
31.
Can I pay by check?
A. I'll pay by credit card. B. Here's your change. C. We only take cash.
32.
How about going for a run?
A. Shall we run in the park? B. It's too far to run. C. I've run lots of races.
33.
What time do you usually have dinner?
A. It's too late to eat. B. It depends how late I get home from work. C. I've already eaten.
34.
What's Susan like?
A. I'd like to meet her. B. She liked the present. C. She's very considerate.
35.
Where was the passport found?
A. I've got it in my bag. B. On the floor under a chair. C. From the passport office.
36.
Did you find a place to park?
A. I'll park in the parking lot. B. The park is really beautiful. C. After a lot of driving around, yes.
37.
Is that your briefcase?
A. Yes, I'll be brief. B. I'll brief you on it later. C. It certainly is.
38.
Are you still hungry?
A. I'm afraid so. B. I was never angry. C. No, I'm from Bulgaria.
39.
Does he have a cold?
A. Just a sore throat. B. It's not that cold. C. I'll put the heating on.
40.
Are they still working on the highway?
A. They are starting work next month. B. They are, but I think it's open. C. No, I'm working in an office now.
Test 2, Part 3. Directions. You will hear some conversations between two people. You will be asked to answer 3 questions about what the speakers say in each conversation. Select the best response for each question and mark the letter A, B, C, or D on your answer sheet. The conversations will not be printed in your test book and will be spoken only one time. Questions 41 through 43 refer to this conversation.
Hi, I'm sorry I'm late. The traffic on 35E was impossible.
Really? But it's not even rush hour.
I know, but it's summertime and there's a lot of construction.
Well, anyway, I suppose we shouldn't waste any more time. We've got a lot of work today before the big presentation tomorrow.
Oh, I cannot wait until it's all over and done with. I have such a fear of public speaking.
What's there to be afraid of? You know the material better than anyone in the class.
It's all mental. It has nothing to do with the material. But whenever I stand up in front of other people, I start trembling. My mouth goes dry, I start stuttering, and I also fidget with my hands.
Now you're making me nervous. We better practice a lot. Certainly the content is more important than delivery, but people need to understand what you are saying.
Okay, let's finish putting together the last of the pages for the PowerPoint presentation, and then we'll rehearse until it's perfect. If I say the presentation enough times, I think the words will flow easier tomorrow.
Okay, let's get cracking.
41. What is the reason for the traffic on 35E? 42. What is at fault for the woman's nervousness? 43. What, according to the man, is the most important part of the presentation? Questions 44 through 46 refer to this conversation.
Joan, have you seen the night file? It was on my desk this morning, and now it is nowhere to be found.
I think Meredith said she wanted to look it over before the meeting with the administrators tonight.
Well, where is Meredith? I haven't seen her for a while now.
I think she's out for a few hours. She said something about meetings at the other office. I'm not sure, to tell you the truth.
I'll have to call her on her cell, and I really need that file. I need to have it memorized by the meeting tonight, and I haven't even glanced at it yet.
Okay, call her. But be warned, she always turns her phone off when she's in meetings.
Oh, no. Well, I suppose it's my own fault for saving it until the very last moment. She probably assumed that I had already looked at it, considering it's been in my possession for the last 3 days.
So what are you going to do if you don't get a chance to read it?
Wing it, I guess, and let Meredith do most of the talking.
44.
Why does the man want to find Joan?
45.
What is the man upset about?
46.
What will the man probably do at the meeting tonight?
Questions 47 through 49 refer to this conversation.
How did the interview go? Do you feel confident?
I honestly have no idea what to think about the interview.
What do you mean?
I was extremely nervous. My palms were sweaty and I stuttered on almost every question.
You don't strike me as the type of person who gets flustered.
I usually don't. But this man was so intimidating. He had such an arrogant presence to him. After the question, he leaned back in his chair and crossed his arms as if he had just dared me to answer a question and expected me to fail.
I'm sure that was just his strategy. He probably wanted to observe how you handled pressure.
It really threw me off guard. I really wish I could have come off as more confident.
Well, don't forget that the decision is not entirely dependent on the interview. You have an outstanding academic record. You did an impeccable job on your application, and I have no doubt that your references will sing your praises to them as well.
47. What effect did the interviewer have on the man? (48) What, besides the interview, could help the man get the job? (49) What is the woman's opinion? Question 50 through 52 refer to this conversation.
Here it is. Carousel A. And it says right here on the monitor that this has the luggage for flight 532 arriving from New York.
It sure is crowded here. We're going to have to really push and shove to get to our luggage.
Well, we don't have to be at the convention center for another 3 hours, and both the hotel and the center are only minutes away from the airport. What do you say we go and get some coffee over at that coffee stand in the corner?
That's a good idea. We can let the crowd die out a little bit and then come claim our luggage. Plus, I'm falling asleep. I could really use a caffeine kick.
Let's go then. My treat.
You don't have to do that. Let me get it.
No, I insist. Consider it a small thank you for letting me ride with you to the airport this morning.
Okay, but I'll get the coffee on the way back.
Deal.
50. Where are the two individuals? 51. Why are they going to get coffee? 52. Why does he want to pay for the coffee? Questions 53 through 55 refer to this conversation.
Excuse me, is this Dr. John Evans' office?
It sure is. Do you have an appointment?
No, actually. His name was given to me by a colleague. I've been suffering from insomnia for the last few months. I've gone to MDs and taken herbs, and nothing seems to work. I thought a psychologist might help me work through the stress that is causing the insomnia.
That sounds like a reasonable solution to me. Now, Dr. Evans is booked every day, so I'm afraid you can't see him without an appointment.
I figured that much. I just came to the actual office instead of calling because I was in the area. Can I make an appointment with you then?
Definitely. We'll schedule you first for a half-hour consultation. After that consultation, Dr. Evans will suggest how often you should come, and we'll schedule accordingly.
That sounds good. When can I get an appointment?
Usually he's booked for weeks straight, but fortunately for you, he just had a cancellation for this Friday at 2. Can you make it?
I'll be there.
53. Who referred the woman to Dr. Evans? 54. Why does the woman want to be Dr. Evans' patient? 55. When will she actually see Dr. Evans? Questions 56 through 58 refer to this conversation.
Are you just getting back from work now? It's late.
I know. I had the greatest day, though.
You are the only person I know who comes back from 14 hours of work and calls it a great day.
Well, this new job is very exciting for me. It's the first time I'm doing something I actually love, and I am talented at.
So, why was it such a great day?
My boss let me sit in on a meeting with the Calvin Klein designer, which I take as a sign that she is preparing me to have more responsibilities in the future.
I think that is a safe assumption.
Also, I told her I liked a certain design, and she ordered a ton of it.
It sounds like you are really earning the respect of your boss, and quickly, too. You have accomplished a lot in just 2 months on the job.
56. According to the man, what is unique about the woman? 57. What does going to the Calvin Klein meeting probably mean for the woman? "58. Why did the boss order a lot of a particular design? Questions 59 through 61 refer to this conversation.
Are you leaving for home already, Ed? It's only 3:30.
I know, but I've been here since 7.
Why the sudden change of schedule? I've never known you to be an early bird.
I'm definitely not, and I'm somewhat sleep-deprived. But my son is in the state soccer tournament, and I can't miss any of his games.
You are such a dedicated father, and an employee at that. I'm not nearly as efficient as you are in the office, but the first thing I do when I come home is take a nap. I don't know how you have the energy to work full-time and have a family.
Well, I wasn't up to it at your age, that's for sure. This is only your first year on the job. It takes a while to get a rhythm. Once you're settled here, you'll find you'll have more energy for other aspects of your life. I promise. Okay, I better go. I can't miss kickoff.
Have fun and good luck to your son.
59. Why is it acceptable for Ed to leave at 3:30? "60. What does the woman admire about the man? 61. How does the man reassure the woman? Questions 62 through 64 refer to this conversation.
Adam, hi. What are you doing here?
Since you weren't answering any of your calls, I thought I'd make a home visit.
I know, I'm sorry. I know you are looking for this week's column, and I know I'm past deadline. It's just that I had some family things come up this week, and I'm a little behind schedule.
Jenny, you are always past deadline. And although, as your editor, that used to stress me out a lot, I've grown accustomed to it the last few years.
Well, then what is this about? Is something wrong?
Well, a publishing company contacted me a week ago with an interest in turning your columns into a book. I promised to set up a meeting between you and them by the end of the week, but then again, I didn't expect you to be avoiding my calls for 7 days straight.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. But they are starting to think that you are not serious. I've set up a meeting for today at 4. Can you make it?
Of course.
62. Where does this conversation take place? 63. What has the man gotten used to? 64. What does the publishing company want to meet with a woman about? Questions 65 through 67 refer to this conversation.
As I said over the phone, I've been an accountant for the last 10 years and have recently quit my job. I want to find a career that I'm passionate about.
And what provoked your interest in advertising?
Well, there's still a lot for me to learn about the field, but it seems to grant me the opportunity to exercise both my creativity and my intelligence.
That is certainly true. And there is actually an opening at the agency.
Honestly? What position is it?
It's an unpaid internship. It will allow you to dabble in the various aspects of the advertising world, so you can find a specific area that suits you best. Also, it will allow you to develop a strong portfolio.
But did you say unpaid?
Well, yes. Remember, you are starting a new career, so you're going to have to start at the bottom and work your way up. It will be years until you make what you were making at your old job.
65. Why does the man want to be in advertising? 66. According to the woman, why should he get the job at the agency? 67. What is the man concerned about? Questions 68 through 70 refer to this conversation.
Do you think James will get the promotion?
He definitely has a good chance and certainly deserves it. But remember, Paul is the boss's nephew, and he is also up for the job.
But Cindy is a fair boss. She would never promote someone who was less qualified just because they were family.
I don't think she would do it consciously, but it may play some role in her decision-making. I mean, it's not like Paul is completely unqualified for the position. If Paul and James are neck and neck for the position, Paul certainly has the edge.
Well, James will just be wrecked if he doesn't get it. He's been working so hard.
Let's just hope for the best.
68. What might hinder James's chance at the job? 69. What does a woman think about Paul? 70. What does the man know about Paul? 2, Part 4. Directions. You will hear some talks given by a single speaker. You will be asked to answer 3 questions about what the speaker says in each talk. Select the best response to each question and mark the letter A, B, C, or D on your answer sheet. The talks will not be printed in your test book and will be spoken only one time. Questions 71 through 73 refer to the following news announcement.
And now for the economy. The latest round of flight cuts by major airlines could lead to higher fares. Airlines officials say excess capacity has pushed inflation-adjusted average fares to levels unseen since the late 1980s, resulting in billions of dollars in annual losses for the industry. With fewer seats to sell, airlines will try to reduce the number of seats that they sell at rock-bottom prices through internet discounters as they concentrate on bringing back higher-paying business travelers.
71. What might flight cuts result in? 72. In what year might airlines have experienced the same problem? 73. What will airlines now make an effort to do? Questions 74 through 76 refer to the following announcement.
Your attention, please. There is a red Ford Taurus parked blocking the building's entryway. Will the owner of this vehicle please move it immediately? This area is meant for shuttle buses and taxis only. You may move your car to either parking lot on the east or west side of the building. Again, this is a red Ford Taurus, license plate number 173 FTU. If it is still blocking the entrance 10 minutes from now, I am afraid we will have no choice but to call the towing company and have it removed. So please, will the owner of this red Ford Taurus move your vehicle immediately?
74. What kind of vehicle could be blocking the entryway? 75. Where is the Ford Taurus allowed to be parked? 76. What will happen if it is not moved in 10 minutes? Questions 77 through 79 refer to the following commercial.
America loves to shop, and there's no place better than New Hampshire, where the shopping is sales tax-free and the choice is exceptional. Come browse through the interesting and unique shops from old-fashioned 5-cent and 10-cent stores to ski and sports shops featuring the latest equipment and fashions, nationally known names and brand factory outlets, and one-of-a-kind boutiques. A bonus, Many stores will ship your purchases, so it's easy to say yes to that once-in-a-lifetime find. New Hampshire has a story to tell in the tradition of small home-based businesses and bustling workshops where craftspeople create items that reflect and contain the human spirit. For more on shopping, see listings by town within each region.
77. Besides variety, what else is heralded as being unique about shopping in New Hampshire? '78. What service do many stores provide? '79. What tradition does New Hampshire uphold? Questions 80 through 82 refer to the following talk.
When you get a haircut at a hairdresser, or take your clothes to a dry cleaner, or ask a garage to repair your car, you're buying a service. When you buy a service, you have the right to expect certain standards. First of all, the service must be completed within a reasonable time. This applies even if you and the person supplying the service have not agreed a time for the work to be finished by. Secondly, anyone who provides a service must do so with reasonable care and skill, to a proper standard of workmanship. If you paid someone to fix your roof because it was letting in water, it should not still leak after the work has been completed. Lastly, reliable and appropriate materials or goods should be used for the service. The same law covers goods and materials as if you were buying them directly.
80. Why are haircuts and car repairs mentioned? 81. When can reasonable timing of the service be expected? 82. Why is a leaky roof mentioned? Questions 83 through 85 refer to the following talk.
Every time you breathe in, your lungs take in oxygen, the food for your brain and body cells. This is absorbed into your blood. Your heart pumps the blood around your body where the cells take up the oxygen and get rid of the carbon dioxide and other waste products. The blood goes back via the heart to the lungs. In the lungs, blood gives up carbon dioxide, which you breathe out, and takes up more oxygen for the process to start again. Understanding how our body works can help us protect ourselves from heart attacks and strokes. Today, though, things are much better, and heart attack and stroke victims can benefit from new medications and treatments unavailable to patients in years past.
83. What is considered as food for our brain? 84. When in the lungs, what does the blood give away? 85. What is the purpose of this text? Questions 86 through 88 refer to the following talk.
Business names are no longer registered within any government departments. But there are laws about using certain names and disclosing certain details of ownership. Before 1982, many business names had to be registered under the Registration of Business Names Act 1916. The act was then repealed when new rules on business names came into force. This law was replaced by the Business Names Act 1985. This allows the Secretary of State to have certain controls over the name you choose for your business and what you must tell others about the ownership of the business. Some words and expressions are controlled by other laws. These rules protect the rights which persons may have in relation to names or words.
86. When was Registration of Business Names Act repealed? '87. What does the Business Names Act allow? '88. What is the main purpose of the mentioned rules? Questions 89 through 91 refer to the following talk.
The very first modern Olympic Games opened in the first week of April 1896. Pole vaulting, sprints, shot put, weightlifting, swimming, cycling, target shooting, tennis, marathon, and gymnastics were all events at the first Olympics. The swimming events were held in the Bay of Zea, in the Aegean Sea. Gold medalist Alfred Hoyos Gutmann described it. I won ahead of the others with a big lead, but my greatest struggle was against the towering 12-foot waves and the terribly cold water. Approximately 300 athletes participated, representing 13 countries.
89. What is not a mentioned event at the first modern Olympics? 90. What was Alfred Hoyos Gutmann's biggest difficulty? 91. How many individuals participated in the first modern games? Question 92 through 94 refer to the following announcement.
Our plane leaves at 7:30 tomorrow morning, so we will leave the house at 6 o'clock sharp in order to get there an hour before departure time. I know it's early, so be sure to set your alarm so you don't oversleep. It is a 9-hour plane ride from New York to Greece. You have to remain seated during the trip, but there are many ways to entertain yourself. You could watch a movie, read a book, walk around, or take a nap. Once the plane lands in Greece, we will get our passports stamped. After that, we will get our luggage from the baggage claim and then catch a taxi and have it take us to Hotel Poseidon in Athens.
92. What time do they need to arrive at the airport? 93. Which is not a mentioned way they can entertain themselves on the plane? 94. What is the first thing they will do once they exit the plane? Questions 95 through 97 refer to the following lecture.
All animals, but humans especially, adapt to their environments aided by learning. Through classical conditioning, we learn to anticipate events such as being fed or experiencing pain. Through operant conditioning, we learn to repeat acts that bring desired results and avoid acts that bring punishment. Through observational learning, we learn from the experience and example of others. Observational learning, where behaviors are observed and imitated, is a process found among higher animal groups such as humans. Modeling is the process of observing and imitating a specific behavior or action.
95. How do we learn how to prepare for events such as pain? 96. What do we learn to avoid through operant conditioning? 97. How are humans classified? Questions 98 through 100 refer to the following talk.
Want a good teachable moment about our footprint on the earth? Try packing with your family for a trip to Mexico. Once we're in the country, we'll be taking a small airline to a tiny and remote place near the Gulf Coast. But we're only allowed 22 pounds of luggage per person. This family of 4 will be testing the claim on the camping towel bag, that you can wring it out and immediately reuse it. And of the hoped-for entertainment from home, such as laptops, handheld games, etc., only the deck of cards is likely to make the weight cut. But what we just may learn is how little we actually need, perhaps how much more we'll gain from the experience by traveling lightly.
98. What is the family's problem? 99. What form of entertainment will the family bring with them? 100. What does the speaker anticipate? That is the end of the test.